He's Count Secret and Matt My Brat, and Amesgay's knocked up the run at the tail. Gilhua, as I suggested before the race, a little bit of money for him downstairs, and he's landed the prize. They went quick. They made it. They really suited Gilhua, the pace on. $342 Gilhua should pay. Second to be Our Little Grey, $630 for the place. Matt My Brat made the turn very awkwardly, took Count Secret with him. Gilhua got the biggest rails run you'll ever see. Ray Silburn said thanks very much. He was angling wide too. He went back to the fence and came away to score comfortably. Written by Ray Silburn. By Grumpy at a Miss Midget, Gilhua is a Bay Gelding 6, and he's owned by RJ and Mrs. Emmy Henry, trained by Ronald Henry at Maruya. Second to be Our Little Grey, ridden by Freddie Stambra. There'll be no third dividend, probably Count Secret third.
All right, 6, 7 and 5 at Bega on the 5th. Now Flemington, race 6, the maddest.
Racing now. Tahira missed it badly. One of the first out was Lust Classique. Ginabeth away quickly nearer the inside. Zephyr Dream, Look for Venus have gone away smartly with Gengel. Phase Delight jumped away reasonably well today. Tahira back at the tail. My Lady Lou just in front of it. At the 800-metre mark, hard against the outside rail. It's Look for Venus in front here of Zephyr Dream. Then comes Gengel, Ginabeth, and nearer the inside is Lust Classique. A length further back, Phase Delight with My Lady Lou. And 2 lengths last of all is Tahira. Down towards the 400-metre mark. And Look for Venus, hard against the outside, just in front of Zephyr Dream. Lust Classique has moved up very quickly now to join them and probably head them from Ginabeth, My Lady Lou, nearer the centre of the track from Phase Delight, Gengel and Tahira. At the 200, Lust Classique in front, Look for Venus and Zephyr Dream are sticking with it. Then My Lady Lou, but Lust Classique in front with 100 metres left to go. Look for Venus, Zephyr Dream, My Lady Lou running on pretty well, but Lust Classique in front, they're home and it gets in. Lust Classique wins by a head to My Lady Lou. Look for Venus third from Zephyr Dream. And then Phase Delight, Tahira, Ginabeth and Gengel last in.
And the winner number 1, La Classique, 210, 120, 5 My Lady Lou at 320, 3 Look for Venus, $1.80.
1 Last Classique, 210, 125, My Lady Lou 3 even, 3 Look for Venus, 170.
It's a bit closer than we think here because this has dived right on the line, but there it is, number 1's in the frame, Last Classique. Written by Stan Sakos, bringing up a double for Stan. Number 5, second, My Lady Lou, a real run there. Colin Brow. And number 3, third, Look for Venus, Lucas Dowson. 1, 5, 3. Fourth in was 2, Zephyr Dream. And fifth in to number 4, Phase Delight.
Last year, the Tats Club Cup, Persian. Away they go on the Tattersalls Club Cup. And the best to get going was Dance Hall Dame. Leads about 3/4 of a length on Banner Headline. Third is Waikika-Mukau and Jellin fourth. And then Emery Darbus next to last and 2 to Let Me Pass. Jimmy Cassidy, however, goes straight to the lead on Banner Headline. And as they work towards the crossing at the 1600 metres, Banner Headline opens up by nearly 4 lengths on Dance Hall Dame. A length to Waikika-Mukau, 1.5 to Emery. 3/4 then to Angelin, 1 off the rails, 2 to Darbus and 2.5 lengths to Let Me Pass. The odds on pop, Banner Headline, $1.60 on the New South Wales tote, goes down by the 1400 with a lead of 4 or 5 lengths on Dance Hall Dame. Then old Waikika-Mukau, followed by its stablemate Emery, a length to Angelin, 2.5 to Darbus and 3 lengths to the rank outsider Let Me Pass. They're not loafing. Banner Headline running along at a nice clip. He's slowing the speed a little, Jimmy Cassidy, on the favourite now. And as they race up to the far corner near the 1100 metres, it's Banner Headline by 4 lengths on Dance Hall Dame. Then Waikika-Mukau, followed by Emery, Angelin, 2.5 to Darbus and still 2 lengths to Let Me Pass. Well, there's been no change for quite some time and probably won't be for a while as they go over the 850 crossing. And Banner Headline going along nicely by still 3.5 lengths on Dance Hall Dame. Waikika-Mukau, then comes Emery, Angelin. Second last is Darbus and 2.5 to Let Me Pass. 600 metres left to travel. And the short price pick, Banner Headline, trained by Jack Denham. Jimmy Cassidy aboard. 2 lengths Dance Hall Dame getting that little bit closer. A length and a half to Waikika-Mukau. Emery next inside Angelin from Darbus and Let Me Pass. Homeward bound now in the Tattersalls Club Cup, and J.A. Cassidy hasn't moved on Banner Headline. The favourite is 2.5 lengths clear on Waikika-Mukau. Darbus wide out and then Dance Hall Dame. Now Jimmy starts to shake up the favourite Banner Headline. It's 2 lengths on Waikika-Mukau, who's running home doggedly, but Banner Headline safely holding Waikika-Mukau. Darbus the outside and Banner Headline all the way. way. It's Banner Headline beating Waikikamuka. Nothing between Darbus and Angelin for third. Dance Hall Dame next, and then came over on the rails Emery and tailed right off and last all the way. In fact, Let Me Pass.
Super Tab 3 Banner Headline to return 160, 120, 2 Waikikamuka 280. There'll be no third.
And 110, 160 and 110. Number 2 is second, Waikikamuka, ridden by Rod Quinn, has paid $3.50. Pretty close go for third, head bobber between Darbus number 1 and 6 Angelin, but there'll be no third tote. Only interest, of course, in the trifecta. Banner Headline did a good job. Straight to the lead by Dane Hill from Daily Dispatch, trained by Jack Denham for AJ Baddock and F. Suarez. Bay Gilding 4, 14 starts, 4 wins a second and 2 thirds, and today has run 2:02.76. 2:02.76. 27. It's only 1.27 outside the race record, so he was rated very well in front by Jimmy. And the number 3 going into the semaphore. 2 is second, Waikikamuka, and it's a developed print for third.
Ready to run. It's the Fletcher's Photographics Class 4 Handicap 1400. Merimbula Bay, the favourite, solidly backed favourite downstairs. And they're racing, and Call Me Oscar was slow into stride, and he's going to be ridden along to settle at the tail. The favourite, our Merimbula Bay, began quickly, but he's taken on. Portsea's pushing up on his inside. Donny's Ace and Silent Trust is also pushing forward, trap wide from Aussie Luck. Alberta getting back, Remember Vane and Call Me Oscar after that slow start, tailed off by 3 or 4. They race to the 1,000, and Donny's Ace on the outside shows the way from our Merimbula Bay, who's fired up. He's keen to run along. Aussie Luck is third. They were followed by Silent Trust and Portsea getting a nice run on the fence. A half to Alberta, 2 Remember Vane and Call Me Oscars at the tail. They're at the 700 metre mark, and Donny's Ace has taken over. He leads out more than a length on the favourite, our Merimbula Bay. Aussie Luck puts our Merimbula Bay into a pocket now as he went on the outside. 2 to Silent Trust, the outside of Portsea. Remember Vane, Alberta back to second last, and 2 lengths to Call Me Oscars at the tail. Donny's Ace is the leader coming down the side of the course to the 400. Merval takes the favourite, our Merimbula Bay, away from the fence, and he starts to move up on the outside. Remember Vane, Silent Trust from Aussie Luck. Portsea's looking for a run on the insides, travelling okay. Turning for home to the 200, Donny's Ace in front. Portsea got the run. Our Merimbula Bay starts to join in from Silent Trust. Donny's Ace in front. Our Merimbula Bay's doing it tough under the big weight. And Portsea kicks up on the inside. Our Merimbula Bay and Portsea. Our Merimbula Bay, Portsea, or maybe our Merimbula Bay knows Portsea, but this could go either way. Donny's Ace third, then Call Me Oscar, Silent Trust, Remember Vane, Alberta, and Aussie Luck has knocked up to run at the tail. This is tight, very interesting. I'll be keen to have a look at the slow-mo replay. It's a tricky angle that the camera's on and we call from, and it does favour the inside horse. Now, Portsea got the run on the inside. Our Merimbula Bay's anchored by the 58. They both claim Donny's Ace together. Now, I'd say our Merimbula Bay's just in front there with about 4 or 5 strides to go. Remember, the camera angle does favour Portsea, and our Merimbula Bay, I think he lunges right on the line. Let's have a look at as they hit it. You'd want to be on our Merimbula Bay looking at that, because the camera's about 3 or 4 metres past the post. So if you're on our Merimbula Bay, you're probably pretty happy with yourself. But it's interesting, if you're on either horse, hang on to your ticket, Portsea or our Merimbula Bay. Now, our Merimbula Bay was well backed in the ring. He's showing $1.70 or $1. Donny's Ace $8.80, or rather Portsea $6.30 or $1.20. It'll be a third dividend. Donny's Ace should pay $2.50. So it's a touch and go here. The judge is having a look at the photo print now. The heavily backed favourite, our Merimbula Bay, on the outside, and Portsea hard up against the fence. He was travelling Portsea. I could see he was going to make life tough for the favourite, and he did have a bit of weight, the favourite, 58 kilos, but he's a pretty game horse, and he battled on strongly all the way down the straight.
Okay, well, it's very tight. 1 and 3, 3 and 1, our Merimbula Bay and Portsea. And the judge is going to look at the photo finish and hopefully give us the result fairly soon. We're heading towards the $500,000 mark.
Please. Racing now. They've jumped away in a perfect line. Let's see if we can find an early leader. Wexford it is, and now Sports Circuit moving up the joinette from Mappingley. Deep out Noble Colony working forward with Chicago O'Brien. Free Mover is caught out wide. Going through nearer the centre there was Oak Crest with Napier Street, Kenwood and Scrupulous. Barraquee very deep on the turn out of the straight, but the widest runner there was Free Mover. Palos Verdes goes back to about fourth last with Creme de Celery, Real Zeal, Royal Snack, and last of all is Sir Rosebank. Along the Maribyrnong side to the 2,000 metre mark, and Free Mover was caught wide, so he's had to go forward. And Free Mover now leads by 2 lengths to Wexford, who takes the trail. Third is Sports Circuit. A length away, Noble Colony on the outside of Mappingly, 1.5 then to Napier Street, who's over on the outside there of Oak Crest, and on the rails comes Scrupulous. Then Palos Verdes tucked away on the inside of Kenwood, and then further back in the field as they work towards the 1,700 metre mark, Royal Snack with Creme de Celery, Barraquee, Real Zeal, and last of all is Sir Rosebank. 1,600 metres to go, and the leader Free Mover by 2.5 lengths. Second placing is Sports Circuit over on the outside of Wexford. A length and a half for the back, Noble Colony, Mappingly on the inside there with Napier Street. Then Chicago O'Brien. Behind those runners as they work into the back is Oak Crest, Scrupulous on the inside. 1.5 then to Kenwood, a neck inside at Palos Verdes. A length and a half then to Barraquee, back with Creme de Celery, Royal Snack, and Real Zeal is at the tail of the field with Sir Rosebank. Racing past the 1,200 metres, and Free Mover 2 to Sports Circuit. Napier Street moving to third around Wexford, and then comes Noble Colony. Oak Crest just getting a little closer, a length and a half. Chicago O'Brien now 2 away with Mappingly. Then Kenwood coming 3 deep, a length and a half. Palos Verdes back on the inside of Scrupulous. From Barraquee then comes well back Sir Rosebank. They start the jam up though. Creme de Celery, Real Zeal, and Royal Snack is now last. 800 metres out. Oak Crest has run off the track. Oak Crest has gone right off the track here. He's the 10-12 horses wide, where Free Mover is going to lead them into the straight. From Kenwood moving up with Sports Circuit. Wexford waiting for a run, Noble Colony. Then comes Napier Street. Around the outside, Barraquee. Palos Verdes has got a wall in front of it. Mappingly sneaking up on the inside. And then Real Zeal. And further back, Sir Rosebank. Creme de Celery, 400 out, Free Mover. Grabbed by Sports Circuit on the outside. Mappingly's got the run through. And up and on the inside, Palos Verdes, then Kenwood. And from the rear, Scrupulous, Free Mover fighting back. And going for the run in the centre is Palos Verdes. Sports Circuit still there. Free Mover and Sports Circuit at the 100 metre mark. Palos Verdes is now starting to burn through. Sports Circuit takes the lead. Palos Verdes goes to it and got there. Palos Verdes, I think, has beaten Sports Circuit. Third in Free Mover from Scrupulous, Kenwood, Creme de Celery. Then Real Zeal, Napier Street, followed by Royal Snack, Noble Colony, Mappingly. Then came Chicago O'Brien. Further back, Barraquee, Wexford. Well back then was Sir Rosebank, and after running off the track and hanging badly on the turn, Oak Crest has finished last, and number one's got it.
1 Palos Verdes, 370 and 190. 12 Sports Circuit, 1350 and 9 Free Mover, 250.
1 Palos Verdes, 370 and 180. Number 12, Sports Circuit to pay 13.20 and 9 Free Mover to pay 2.70. 1 Our Merimbula Bay's got it at Bega.
And her heart's got a home here, Palos Verdes. Her big heart, a bound from home. Sports Circuit was going to hold her off, but she's just got that will to win, and she's been able to burst through in the centre and get home here by the narrowest of margins. Number 1, Palos Verdes, ridden by Dan Brereton, who has ridden a double and also 2 seconds here today. Number
1400. Lights are on. Racing got them to a near perfect start. Whiting wasting no time on Wolfpack, bounced him straight to the lead. Imperial Act also hopped out of the gates quickly. Rancho Boss being steadied up outside of Jevaretto, and Walkin is going to settle back in the field for Wayne Harris within Envy last of all as they settle down, and Wolfpack is keen to get on with the business, and at the 1100 mark had taken charge and raced well clear. Down the riverside, 1,000 from home, it's Wolfpack by 3 lengths. Imperial Act and Rancho Boss moving to third around Jevaretto. 2 lengths to Walkin sitting back in the field, and last is the outsider in Envy. 8 lengths covers the field. The odds on Pop takes them past the 750. Wolfpack leading 3 lengths. Imperial Act, no change at all in the order. Over on the outside is Rancho Boss and Jevaretto, which is enjoying a nice run on the inside. Walkin behind them, a length off, being heeled up now and taken off the fence by Harris, making up ground, and 2 lengths in Envy. Wolfpack's the leader as they near the bend. 450 metres out here in the Lustia Classic. Wolfpack 2 lengths. Imperial Act and Jevaretto, which is off the bit on straightening. Rancho Boss, Walken were next, going up 3 deep, and then came in Envy, but around the home corner, the favourite straightened at the 250. Wolfpack, 3 lengths Imperial Act, given full rein. He's bounded away from them. He's now 5 in front with Walken running on from Imperial Act, battling away, then Jeveretto, but Wolfpack is going to blitz them here in the Listia Classic. Wolfpack has scored by 5 lengths on Walken. Imperial Act battled away to run third, then Rancho Boss, Jeveretto, and In Envy trailed the field throughout in the Listia Classic of 1998.
Yes, he's turned the tables today, and Walken Wolfpack number 5, $1.60 and $1.20 for the place. Most punters thought he would. Walken number 4 at $2, and number 6 Imperial Act, no third dividend, but really he's made it a one-act affair. Wolfpack number 5, ridden by Jay Whiting there. He's won by a pretty considerable margin. They just weren't taking any ground off him at all. The jockey keeping him going to the line, and he's the only one in the picture. When he gets down to the line, the rest are quite a few lengths behind him. Walken Imperial Act 2nd and 3rd. The next event from Ascot is the Win with Health handicap over 2,200 metres. And still to come, the running of the Perth Cup.
Now, Specialise and Gawler's nearly last out, and the flying mare Aussie Cozzy straight to the lead, about a length, the 3 parts on Pine Lass. In third position, Specialise getting through now. Gawler's 4th, Rebel Rock 5th, then Circle the Globe, Lady Bureaucrat, a length Matombo, and a length and a half to Identicate. 650 to go. By gosh, they're scorching the grass here. And Aussie Cozzy ahead, Pine Lass a length and a half. Specialise on the inside of Gawler's, 1 Rebel Rock. Length and a half further back, then comes Circle the Globe. After 1 Lady Bureaucrat, and 2 lengths Matombo on the inside of Identicate. They straighten up now, and 350 to go. Aussie Cozzy, Pine Lass, and the run comes for Specialise. He darts through, and then on the outside, Lady Bureaucrat, followed by Rebel Rock, and Matombo is trying to weave clear. He's into the open. Specialise the leader. Now on the outside, Lady Bureaucrat, Identicate, and Matombo starting to fly. Here's a great finish. Identicate hits the front. Matombo won't get him. Identicate beat Matombo and Specialise. Then Lady Bureaucrat, Rebel Rock, Aussie Cozzy walked in from Circle the Globe, Gawler's, and Pine Lass was tailed off.
On the Super Tab, 1 Identicate 10.90, 2.50, 8 Matombo 1.60, 3 Specialised to pay 2.10, Daily Double on 6 and 1, 65.50.
He was being hailed as the winner. Matombo wasn't getting a lot of room. Lady Bureaucrat started to loom up on the outside, and then Identicate. And wider, he started to put in his claim, and he's finished just a shade too well. Number 1 Identicate, ridden by Rod Quinn, $12.10 and 3.10. Number 8 Matombo has paid he's paid $1.50, and Specialised number 3 will pay $2.20. 1, 8 and 3 the official placings. Identicate by Sovereign Red from Beauty gives John Hawkes 3 winners for the day. Rod Quinn 2. And Identicate by Sovereign Red from Beauty, owned by the Woodland Stud, and that was start 35, 9 wins, 8 seconds, 4 thirds in his first run since finishing 8th at Sandown in the sprint back on the 16th of November. Number 8 second, Matombo. He had trouble getting into the clear, Matombo.
Flash Me Dazzler, last year's winner. He's drawn on the inside. He's a good bloke. The favourite on course, showing 2:21.40 on the New South Wales TAB. And they're all locked away. It's going to be a manual start to the Bega Cheese, Bega Cup of 1998. And the line looks pretty good. He's a good bloke. The favourite's drawn out wide with Noble Dane, the widest runner. Flash Me Dazzler on the inside, Lord Vader. A bit of pace on, I'd say here. I'm Captain. They got a good run down the straight the first time. They're racing in the Bega Cheese. Bega Cup of 98, pretty good start too. And Flash Me Dazzler, and he's a good bloke, immediately go forward with Lord Vader getting onto their heels. They were followed by Noble Dane, who's looking just to lob in behind them. My Cavalier and Flash Me Dazzler's inside. Rich Kin and the Tiger are dropped out last. They leave the straight on the first occasion, and he's a good bloke. Greg Farah takes the favourite to the front. He shows out 1.5 lengths on I'm Captain. 2 away to Noble Dane. Lord Vader is inside, a half My Cavalier. 2 to Flash Me Dazzler, followed by Rich Kin second last, and the Tiger whipped them in. 1,300 metres left to run, and Greg Farah settles. He's a good bloke in front. He bowls along to lead, 1.5 lengths. I'm Captain, Noble Dane. My Cavalier's taking off mid-race. He's going up 3 wide to go up and challenge for the lead. Lord Vader settling back along the fence, although he wants to pull a little bit. They were followed by Flash Me Dazzler, Rich Kin on his outside, and 2 or 3 away. The Tiger's back at the tail. He's a good bloke, going inside the 900 metre mark, and he's shows the way 1 length on My Cavalier, who's run to second now. I'm Captain the inside, followed by Noble Dane fourth off the fence. Lord Vader's raced a little bit keenly through the run. Now Flash Me Dazzler starts to move into it. Richkin is 3 wide and 2 lengths away. The Tiger, he's a good bloke, is taken on by My Cavalier in front as they race towards the 600. 2 lengths away, I'm Captain under the stick. Noble Dane under the whip. Flash Me Dazzler starting to run into it. Lord Vader has popped the question, not doing a great deal at the moment. Then Richkin and the Tiger, they're racing to the 400 metre mark. He's a good bloke, still leads narrowly. He's got them all struggling at the moment. My Cavalier second. I'm Captain's third. Now Lord Vader starts to get a move along. He pushes up on the inside. They turn for home. He's a good bloke in front. Lord Vader giving chase. Then I'm Captain. Flash Me Dazzler down the outside. He's a good bloke in front at the 150. Here's Lord Vader. Lord Vader dash to the lead in the centre. Flash Me Dazzler the outside. Lord Vader in front though. And Lord Vader takes the Bega Cheese. Bega Cup of 98 Pro just on a length from Flash Me Dazzler. He's a good bloke third. Then Rich Ken. I'm Captain, the Tiger. Noble Dane second last, and My Cavalier's at the tail.
Lord Vader's won the Bega Cup, 660, 190, 130, Flash Me Dazzler, 130. He's a good bloke. Now, we've got a late scratching at Flemington at the barrier. Race 8, number 11, Sundust, has been taken out. Race 8, number 11, Sundust, it was 50 to 1, so it's not really even going to cause a ripple for the rest. They are moving in well there at Flemington. Ascot.
And Torverde Invictane away okay. Sovereign Squall is up looking for the lead with Invictane as they settle, and around them goes Paris Archway, Reaper Barn. Sky Gazer back to last with Space Region, but only about 3 lengths first to last, 1,400 metres out. Paris Archway and Navajo Flash now take over from Invictane steadying. Around the outside is Reaper Barn caught deep from Sovereign Squall, in Space Region Torverde, and last of all is Sky Gazer heading towards the 1,200 metres, and now Reaper Barn takes the lead as they work along the side of the track. Reaper Barn now by 2 lengths to Paris Archway, 2.5 Navajo Flash, 1 to Sovereign Squall, 1.5 lengths Invictane, and going up to join it with Space Region, and back at the tail of the field is Sky Gazer, and on the inside of him is Torverde. 1,000 to go. And Reaper Barn strides clear by 3 lengths to Paris Archway, and third placing Navajo Flash. They're not going quickly. A 1/2 length away on the outside is the favourite Sovereign Squall. 1.5 lengths Invictane with Space Region, Sky Gazer and Torverde on the inside. 700 metres out as they come to the turn, and they're just dolling along in front where the leader was Reaper Barn by 1 length to Paris Archway. Then Navajo Flash on the inside of Sovereign Squall, and coming 3 deep Space Region from Invictane, Torverde and Sky Gazer as they corner 500 metres out. Reaper Barn just in front of Paris Archway. Third placing held down by Sovereign Squall, who now is asked to go from Space Region. Torverde down the outside, then Invictane at the 300. Reaper Barn, Sovereign Squall trying to reach it at the moment, having a problem. Torverde running on strong with Space Region. Reaper Barn at the 200 still in front of Sovereign Squall, Space Region and Torverde on the outside. 100 out, Reaper Barn still in front. Sovereign Squall can't reach him, clear of Space Region and Reaper Barn. Reaper Barn gets in the last by a 1/2 length. Second, Sovereign Squall, Space Region third, I think, from Invictane. Nothing in it there. Navajo Flash followed by, on the outside, Torverde, who died on its run from Sky Gazer, and Paris Archway last over the line.
Late scratching number 11, winner 1, Reaper Barn, 8, 10 and $2. 2, Sovereign Squall, 120. 10, Space Region, 220.
3-4-1, the numbers at Bega on the Bega Cup.
Okay, number 1, Reaper Barn at Flemington.
Right.
Shootout, though, had too much for him today. They're off and racing in the last, and Penmanship began well, dropped his head straight on his chest, relaxed, and allowed Alphanas to go to the lead with Wolf River. Don't Disturb is caught very wide early, and Cameron Swan is pressing on up towards the lead, but Alphanas holds him out for the moment. Donald is settling on the outside of Penmanship, is now going to the lead. Don't Disturb. Back in the field, Panchito was racing wide, followed by Quiet Secret, Regal Statesman. Grand Style 3 lengths away, and Shootout is the late scratching. They've got 1,000 metres to go, and Don't Disturb leads the way 3/4 to Wolf River and gets to the front and relaxes here. Don't Disturb unpressured in the lead. Third is Alphanas, and fourth Panchito deep out. Donald the centre. Penmanship over on the inside, followed by Quiet Secret, Regal Statesman, and 3 lengths away at the 800 and halfway is Grand Style. The pilot, Don't Disturb, first 800 metres covered in 50.4, and that's comparable to other times today, where the leaders have kicked on at the 600. The the leader, Don't Disturb. 3/4. Second is Wolf River, Panchito wider. Then Alphanas, Penmanship. Still bailed away on the inside. The rider trying to bullock into the clear inside of Donald, and Regal Statesman slips up 4 wide. Keeps them both in a pocket. At the top of the straight, Swans rated this beautifully. Don't Disturb, after going to the front, came back to him and exploded away from them. Dashed 2 lengths in front. Wolf River trying to go up to Don't Disturb. The others aren't making any ground because this leader has got away with murder in front, Don't Disturb. They didn't go anywhere near him. That's right. They didn't disturb him. Don't Disturb's 4 in front of Wolf River. Regal Statesman on the outside for a place, possibly second, but Don't Disturb scores. Don't Disturb by 3 lengths. Close second. Regal Statesman put in a big lunge with his head outstretched, and he might have grabbed Wolf River for second. There's nothing in it. Then Alphanas, Penmanship, Donald, followed by Panchito, Quiet Secret and Grand Style. Late scratching shootout number 9. That was a procession. 50.4 the first 800 metres and just ran away from them. Drew the outside barrier, but once Swan got to the front, this horse came back to him nicely, and there's 2 wins in 8 days to Don't Disturb. And he did have a few chances to win a maiden at Wyong, Hawkesbury, Gosford and the like, but and Kembla. But he's putting it all together now. Very hard to beat when he's travelling like that over the rise.
580 for Old Cobber. Boardwalk Lady. Boardwalk Lady to move up with Sugarstone, whose rider has had a last late-minute change over behind the gates with his cap. They've switched from a white to a red cap to try and split Sugarstone and Maestro's Mischief. Very similar burgundy and white colours. Now waiting here on Boardwalk Lady to move forward with Sugarstone, one of the 3-year-olds key player, and Non-Aqua, the great Southern train stayer. He'll be the last of them to move in, a capacity field of 18. And they're almost set for the running of the 1998 Healthway Perth Cup. The starter has moved around to the top of his stand as Paul King brings up Non-Aqua, so they're all in the gates and they are ready to run. Huge crowd here at Ascot. The Cup this year run in perfect weather conditions. Non-Aqua goes in, all set. Good long run to the first bend. There's the signal now, and they're racing in the Cup. And a mighty roar from the crowd. Firing Range was one of the first to jump out over Maestro's Mischief, but Phantasmal and Regimental Tattoo coming across. Coachwood and Firing Range are starting to kick up on the inside, however. Scarlet Storm Boy's going to settle just behind them with Maestro's Mischief and Sugarstone. Oliver's out 3 and 4 deep in the early stages with Old Cobra, and over on the inside, Tina Sentiva from O. Henry. A length and a half to the 3-year-old on the inside, Hot Jewels from All Washed Up, and then came Key Player Park to shade wide in the early stages. A length and a half to Non-Aqua, being restrained back in the field by King, and Heed the Tolls on his inside. In name only, and back last of all is Mr. Gilbert as they travel to the home corner for the first time. Not a lot of speed on. Young Staples has Phantasmal leading narrowly from Regimental Tattoo, which is up on his outside second. Coachwood in the box seat is third. Boardwalk Lady settling all right behind them fourth, and then came Maestro's Mischief racing on the inside of Firing Range. Tina Sentiva's inclined to pull over on the rails, and Scarlet Storm Boys covering extra ground as they come up the straight the first time. One off the fence is Sugarstone, and then came Hot Jewels, which is starting to pull against O'Hare on the inside. Old Cobber's got in now by Oliver. He's one off the fence as they come to the judge now. 2,000 metres to go in the Cup. Key Player covering extra ground. Heed the Toll on the fence. O. Henry 3/4 of the length away. Then On Aqua, which is travelling over on the inside from All Washed Up. Then Our Name Only second last. And Mr. Gilbert is the tail ender in the Cup, going out of the home straight towards the 1,800 metres mark. And Board on the outside. Boardwalk Lady has moved up and taken the lead. Boardwalk Lady had raced 2 lengths in front from Regimental Tattoo, and Miller quickly switched Coachwood around him 3 wide going forward now. He's about to move up now into second place, and Phantasmal's on the inside fourth after leading early. About 3/4 of a length away, Firing Range. On the rail then the mare Maestro's Mischief. Scarlet Storm Boys covered plenty of ground. Between horses, Sugarstone going up to the back at the 1,400. The Derby winner Hot Jewels on the inside has raced a bit over keenly. They're being followed around the outside by O. Henry, which is going up mid-race. A length and a half. Tina Sentiva taken away from the fence ahead of All Washed Up. Old Cobber's lost his position.